Shut up. Oh, I'm back. It's so hurting. I just got in my car. Just got in my car. I'm about ready to go home. I need to put the gas. I'm waiting for this guy to go. Oh, that was Ruben. Bye, Ruben. The meal guy. Oh, Mama's so tired. Mama did not get home until 1 o'clock last night. Mama was bad. Mama was hanging with her friend. We were talking, we were crying, we were reminiscing about stupid old boyfriends. Stupid old boyfriends. That's okay. And while we were talking about stupid old boyfriends, I remembered something funny, which I will share with you guys about my stupid old boyfriend. So, and this you guys can go and validate this story on my YouTube because it's freaking hilarious. So there was once back in like 2009, this wonderful little game on the internet. Very short-lived, but wonderful. It's called Shoot the Banker. And this wonderful man, dressed up as a banker, and you had 2 paintballs in 30 seconds to lay your aggressions into this man who was dressed as a banker. His name was Richard Fleming. He was glorious as this banker man. So, here's the funny thing about that. Me and my ex had gotten into a argumente. I don't remember about what. It was 2009. So we had got into some fight, and I was huffing and puffing. And I was like, okay, well, I know he's watching this thing right now, Shoot the Banker, right? So he's totally watching this. So I thought it would be a brilliant idea to have him call, because I sent an email, because what the premise of the show is, you send in requests or you call, and then this guy either rags on you or rags on whoever you request to be ragged on. So what had happened was I had emailed them. I sent an email. I was like, and I was really mad. So I was like, please call this man's. He unemployed. He just sitting there watching your show. He's obsessed with you and wants to have 5 of your children. So call on him and tell his lazy bones to get a job or do whatever, or just rag on him. Heckle him about not having his job or not trying to get a job and watching Shoot the Banker instead of getting a job. So what had happened was, he had called my ex because I gave him the number to call. And then before he called him, they gave him a little piece of paper. And you can watch all of this on Shoot the Banker, last episode, part 32, and it rolls into part 33. So you can check the validity of this story on my YouTube. So they hand him a piece of paper. They hand Richard a piece of paper. And the banker calls up Jeff. He's like, he verbally says, he's like, okay, Amanda, here I come. So he picks up the phone, calls my ex, picks up the phone. Yeah, this isn't Amanda. Yeah, I know. Where is she? Oh, this isn't her. Then they go off cam and like whatever. He picks up the phone and is like, give me your number. Whatever, right? So I'm sitting there like, this is completely ruined. This is awful. This is terrible. This is not how it's supposed to be. This is ruined. The whole thing is ruined. How is this supposed to be funny anymore? This is ruined. You completely, the surprise is gone. Everything is gone. It's just bad. Terrible. Terrible mess. We confused the snot out of Richard. I don't know how, because I clearly wrote in my email, heckle this man. And he calls asking for me. Then he calls me. And then I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to go. And he got confused until he figured out that he was supposed to originally had called my ex. And so he's like, oh, I was supposed to call him. Okay. So then he's like, let me call him back. So he hangs up with me, mind you, during this whole time my ex is watching the freaking thing that's going on. Like, he's watching in real time this whole conversation that I'm having with Richard about him online. And he's calling him again. So, I have no idea what my ex is thinking at this point. He's probably like, this bitch, really? 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 So he picks up the phone, and then they banter a little bit, and so he heckles him or whatever, and he's like, at first he was trying to, like, say that, oh, you're married, your wife needs attention, blah, 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 but he wouldn't say anything about, okay, well, she's not my wife, she's my girlfriend, nothing. So he couldn't think on the spot quickly enough. That's pretty funny, though. I was laughing so hard. I've thought of that, and I watched it yesterday, and I found it again, and I watched it, and I was like, oh my god. I showed my friend that, and we laughed. I laughed so hard, I nearly killed myself. At Starbucks, everybody was like, why is this bitch laughing so hard? Because that was funny. That was really funny. So at least I can thank the douchebag for that wonderful memory. That was hilarious. Oh, man. Richard, you're awesome. Thank you for your awesomeness. This person in front of me is not awesome, though. Oh, go ahead. Oh, thank you. Let's not kill myself. Anyways, that wasn't my main event today. My main story was I gave my very lovely boss a puppy. My neighbor had a puppy, a little pit bull pup. It was adorable. Blue eyes, black and white, beautiful markings. I gave her a puppy, and her husband agreed to keep it, and she was the happiest thing ever. So I brought it into work, and I had the puppy breath next to me, and it was so cute. And puppies are the equivalent of happiness in the form of life for me. It's not babies. Babies can just die. I don't like human beings. But puppies, yes. Puppies are adorable. Oh, this puppy was so cute. Oh, so cute. He's making the puppy face. He was making the mean face. Oh, he was a puppy with an attitude. He was a pit bull. He was a little pit bull. So fucking cute. He has a wonderful home now. I know that they will be taken care of wonderfully. So I'm very happy. They're going to take him to the vet. They got him dewormed and everything because he had tapeworms. So they got him dewormed. They got everything all settled, microchipped, everything. He's all set for his life with them. And I'm happy to give doggies good homes, forever homes. Oh no. It is really sunny. I need my sunglasses. Oh, traffic. I hope you guys understand this traffic though. Oh. What else fun happened? Oh, I do have another story. It's not as good without the pictures. I have to figure out which way to show you guys pictures. Okay. So this happened in my neighborhood. So in my neighborhood, in an entrance, some people a week ago, we had an area that had limestone borders, and all of a sudden somebody stole the limestone rocks that were bordering the mulch, right? So we get this mulch, or this, not mulch, the limestone replaced, but not with limestone. We got a cheaper alternative that is not, won't be too bad if somebody steals it, right? So we got that all fixed. It costs like some money, and then we're just like, okay, well, that's fixed, no problem. As long as we get it done, that's what counts. I need to go this way, please. This is fucking traffic like a mother bitch. Sorry. So we get that done. That's fixed. this week, we get an email. Apparently some wonderful drunk driver, and I don't even know how. I don't really drink. I don't really get like weird whatever cognitive abilities impaired from substance abuse, so I have no idea how fucked up somebody could be in order to do something like this. But apparently this one individual got so drunk that he was off-roading on the curb, drove right through the little fixture that we just fixed, like drove so bad his tire came off. Like his car, like my shoes were melting and disintegrating, his car was disintegrating. Like there are parts of all of his car everywhere. His tire straight legit came off, and he was driving on 3 wheels, hitting several other cars before the car eventually died because it had no parts left to run properly. So, what the F? Like, I don't understand, like, how could you be like, oh, I'm gonna continue driving on 3 wheels, but my car is kind of lopsided. I wonder if this is normal. Like, what sense is that? I don't get it. I don't get why people like to get that drunk. I don't understand it. Like, I can't. I don't like drunkards. I don't like alcohol that much. Whatevs. But I don't mind drinking. Whatever. Drink responsibly. Have a good time. If you know you're drinking, go with a bunch of friends. My coworker drinks profusely. He doesn't have problems. I know another guy who drinks profusely. He doesn't have 3-wheeling, running into everything in the neighborhood problems. It's bad. I gotta show you the picture, and then we got a picture, and it was like the tires there, and like all kinds of parts are in the grass area, and then like the half of the bumper is there, and it's just like, wow. Wow, skid marks all over the street, because retard. That's the best I can name it, retard. But I had a lot of car issues that I had to do. I had to fix my brakes. My brakes was not good. My brake was screaming at me. And then I took off the brake on the driver's side. I should be tired right now. I just went to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning and woke up, and it's not very much sleep syndrome. My sissy's coming in though. Anyway, squirrel. So I had to get my brakes done, and the brakes on the driver's side were almost metal to metal. Like, it was bad. And my tire was balding. So I had to spend a buttload of money to get brakes, and I got rotors, but I returned them because I didn't need them. But I got brakes. I had to get 2 new tires, and I got drums and shoes for the back. The drums and shoes are not installed yet, just the brakes at the front. And then I had to go, I'd get an alignment because I had to have my tires balanced, and I had to go get an alignment. I was just like, oh my god, this is not what I want to do on my Saturday. Blah. It was awful. I had to like deal with car people. Blech. Car people are not fun. But that's okay. My car is fixed now. My steering wheel doesn't shake as much. My car doesn't vibrate as much as when I drive. That's good. So I got a lifetime warranty on my brakes. Woohoo! And as you guys saw, I had a fabulous, fabulous time at Comicpalooza. Funny story about that. So I was dressed up. I was dressed up full on. Full on. So I went to McDonald's. I went to McDonald's in the morning to buy everybody breakfast, right? Because Christine and them were still getting ready. And so we went to McDonald's, me and Sherry. And we were like, we want this breakfast. As we were waiting, there was like 5 people who were completely nerding out. 2 of which were little girls. One of them was, well, little girls. One of them was an actual little girl. The other one was just like a person who worked at McDonald's. So I call her a little girl because she was like a teenage young baby girl. I was old. So she was like, oh my god, you have pink hair, you look so cute, blah, 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 blah. And then this guy comes and he's like, yes, can I take a picture of you with you for my son? Sure, it's for your son. That's fine, old man. If you want to be a pervy sage and take a picture with me, I am perfectly fine with that. You are good. Don't have to tell me it's for your son. And then one guy was like, oh, Chuck Norris is going to be there today. And I was like, yes, you are my people, you know. I was spazzed out so badly. So bad. Like, oh God, I was bing, 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 bing. That was me going from place to place. I couldn't contain the awesomeness. It was too much. Well, I do like conventions. It's just I never had like income before, so it wasn't fun for me to go. But now that I have a job, I got a job now, so I can actually afford shit that I can buy and want and have fun going and looking at stuff that if I want to, I can buy it. It's fun having life job, career path. That I did all my damn self. Hard work. I got dyslexia, motherfuckers, and I was not accommodated for my dyslexia in school. And it was that much more difficult for me to sit down. I had to quit my job and I had to study full time because there was no way I would be able to work and school at the same time. It just wasn't happening. No, can't do it. It takes me forever to read anything. So reading is very difficult for me, being a dyslexic person. It's not that I can't comprehend what's going on, it just takes me a lot longer than normal people, unless I'm being read to. I absolutely fucking love being read to. Audiobooks are great, but I'd rather read in person. That'd be great. That'd be even more great. I love that shit. Christine reads books to me. My stupid ex read a book to me. Meh. He's stupid, I don't like him. Very angry at him. For a lot of things. Just a very angry person, life in general. He just didn't need to make it worse. But let's move on from that. Let's go back to the convention. Yes, there was so much coolness over there. There was so much awesomeness there. Although they didn't have any Elven Lied stuff, they didn't have any like Future Diary stuff or Oh My Goddess. They had tons of Sailor Moon stuff, of course, because Sailor Moon is everywhere in life. All of the time. All the time. I need gas. I'm gonna run out of gas. You guys may see me run out of gas. I need gas. Oh no. I got home so late last night. I got home so late last night. This is like so wonderful. And then we went to, after the convention, we went to try to go places to eat. But it was Mother's Day, so everywhere was packed, and we were like, bah, why is everywhere packed? We're hungry, blah. So we went to Applebee's, and fiasco happened at Applebee's. A lot of stuff happened. There was actually a very, very storytelling, adventurous weekend. So we sat down at Applebee's. Oh, is this straight? Is this not straight? I don't know what's going on. This is not a good lane to be in. We went to Applebee's and then the homeboy ordered a steak. He ordered a steak and he ordered it medium well. He got the damn steak and it was freaking charbroiled. And he's like, he couldn't even cut it. He had problems cutting it. So he was like, I'm sorry, can you please, we ordered this medium and this is well done. This is really well done. Can you please make another one, right? It's a 6-ounce steak they ordered. Sure. So the lady is already annoyed with us because we're like, oh, can we have extra dressing? Oh, oh, where's the gluten-free menu? Oh, blah, 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 right? Bitch got a pepper allergy. Homeboy got a gluten-free allergy. Like, gluten allergy. What? Just things. Madness. So she's kind of annoyed with us because we're one of those tables. Now, mind you, we don't mean to be one of those tables, but we were. We ended up being anyway. So the manager came out and was like, oh, are you the one with the steak, the redoing of the steak? And then she gave us this tiny piece of meat. Tiny piece of meat, people. Like 4 ounce, not 6. And so we looked at it and we're like, okay, that looks, it's better cooked. It's cooked the way we wanted to, yes. But she gave us a smaller piece. So we had to call her again, and we're just like, at that point, we were just like, okay, dude, look. If we just don't eat it, we don't have to pay for it, and then we'll just pay for the food that we ate, and then just not even worry about it. And so the lady was like, we called her over, and we're like, look, lady, our steak was well done. Well done when we got it the first time. And then when we sent it back, you brought us a smaller piece. That's not very fair. This is not okay. So to make things right, the lady gave us another 4 ounce, same cooked meal with 2 sides. That's what she gave to compensate, to make us happy. And she also took some stuff off of the bill, I think. I'm pretty sure she did. But like, we kept trying to apologize to the waitress. Because it's not the waitress's fault. It's not her fault. We were very nice to her. We were very pleasant to her. But we kept calling her because we kept having problems. And then the manager's like, well, I don't want you to not enjoy your meal. I need to get gas, homeboys. I'm running out. But we were just asking for fare. We just wanted what we ordered. That's all. And I understand that. That's all. That's all. I don't want anything extra, whatever. I just want what I pay for. Baseline of what I need you to do is correct the problem. If you want to go out of your way to help me and do whatever, I really appreciate that too. That's very appreciated, actually. People who actually care and do things for their customer service are the people that you go to. And mind you, Christine's a server too, so she knows. She knows. It's not fun to serve people. People are stupid. Yeah, I think that was it. That's all of that happened with me. And then what happened? Is that it? Is that all? Yeah, that was good. I put my stuff up. I showed you guys the goodies that I bought. I got a shit ton of buttons. I need to show you guys my button ears. I need to take a picture of it. Wonderful. I like to get buttons, and I like to change them into magnets because I'm super crafty like that. Lies. I'm not crafty at all. But I could do that. I took out the little pins. I love buttons, so I collect buttons. I collect coins. I collect world money, not coins. I collect world money and buttons that I can turn into magnets and put in my workstation to fill my workstation with more of my awesomeness. My awesomeness. Texas. Guns! Ammo gun shop! Guns here! Shooting range! Blah, blah, blah. It's everywhere. Like, for people who don't understand Texas, it's not a bunch of cowboys. It's normal people with gun shops everywhere. We like our guns. Me included. I don't really mind it because I like firearms. They are fun to shoot. They are fun to have. You have to respect them. RASPECT. Find out what it means to everyone. Yellow light. So since I've gotten my 2 new tires and my brakes and everything, my car runs so nicely. Oh. It is now 6 o'clock. I have an eyed week. Whew. Anyhow, that's my life. That's my life, and I'm sticking to it so far. So far, so okay. My life ain't that bad. My dogs are alive. Got people who love me. Still a lot of shit to process that happened to me by others, or just that happened that was uncontrollable, like what happened. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna probably go now because I got nothing for you. I have nothing further for you people, but I love your asses.